Hello everyone, welcome back to Trend Naija News. If you have been following the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, today's developments are major. On Tuesday, January 27, 2026, there was a highly anticipated court section at the Federal High Court in Abuja regarding its request to be transferred out of the Sokoto Correctional Centre. Many supporters and observers were watching closely because his motion ties directly into his ongoing appeal against his life imprisonment sentence for terrorism-related charges. But what started as hope for a positive move closer to Abuja ended in disappointment for his camp. The court struck out the motion. Stay with me as we break it all down. The background, what happened in court today, why is it matter, and what could come next. If you are here, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss updates on this and other big Nigerian story. Firstly, let's recap how we got here. Back in November 2025, Nnamdi Kanu was convicted on multiple counts, including terrorism, financing, and treasonable felony. He received a life sentence shortly after he was transferred from DSS custody in Abuja to Sokoto Correctional Centre, a move that shocked many because Sokoto is over 700 kilometers away from Abuja, while its legal team, families, and the courts handling his case are based. His lawyer and supporters argue this distance creates massive hardship. How can he effectively prepare and file his appeal when he is so far from the court registry? Access to lawyers becomes difficult, family visits and challenges, and his potential violates his constitutional rights under Section 36, the right to a fair hearing and appeal. In December 2025, Kanu filed an ex-parte motion, that's an urgent application with notifying the other side first, asking the Federal High Court in Abuja to order the federal government and the Nigerian Correctional Service to transfer him immediately to a facility in or near Abuja, like Kuje, Suleja, Keffi. He said the Sokoto locations make appealing his conviction impracticable and causes exceptional hardship. The Judge Justice James Omotosho rejected the initial ex-parte's request on December 8, 2025, saying the government and the correctional service needed to be put on a notice ahead. The case was adjourned to today, January 27, 2026, for a proper hearing on the motion. Fast forward to today, the motion came up for hearing at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Nnamdi Kanu was expected to be produced in court, or at least his appearance was part of the process for this kind of application, but the session didn't go as hoped for his side. Justice Omotosho struck out the motion and said the report from the reliable source like Channel Televisions and the WITHDREW newspaper confirmed the court ruled the application lacked competence. Why? Mainly because it was still structured in a way that didn't properly bring the respondents, the federal government, and courts into the full adversarial process after the earlier rejection. In simple terms, the judge said no again, and this time he struck it out rather than just adjourning further. This means the request for transfer was dismissed without a full merit hearing on the arguments about hardship and appealing right. Social media is buzzing right now. Supporters were calling it another setback, with some saying it's designed to frustrate the appeal process. Others point out the earlier visits to Kanu in Sokoto by lawyers, and even some dedications have happened, and he is reportedly in a stable condition, but the distance remains a sore point. So what does this mean going forward? Firstly, for Kanu appeal against the life sentence, that appeal is likely filed or being prepared at the Court of Appeal in Abuja. The transfer issue was meant to make it easier logistically. Without a transfer, his team will have to continue coordinating long distance, filing the documents remotely, visual constitution where possible, and occasionally escort visits if granted. Critics of the government say keeping him in Sokoto is strategic. It limits his visibility, make organizing support harder, and send message. On the other hand, the court has emphasized procedures. These aren't decisions to be made highly or ex-parte where state agencies are involved. There also, context from recent reports, visitors have seen Kanu in Sokoto and he is even giving messages about peace and dialogue. But the core complaints that Sokoto hinders its defenses hasn't been resolved. This isn't the end of the road. Kanu legal team could file a proper notice motion or appeal this ruling. The main appeal on the conviction itself will continue separately, and that was where the biggest fight is. The case highlighted biggest issues in Nigeria's justice system, prison transfer access to appeal for high-profile detainees, and the balance between the security and rights. Whether you support IPOB cause or not, the principle of fair access to justice matters for everyone. What do you think? Was today's ruling fair procedure, or does it feel like unnecessary delay? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a respectful discussion. If you want more updates on Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB development, or other political stories like this video, share with friends who follow these issues, and subscribe for the next update on Trend Naija News. Thanks for watching till the end. Stay informed, stay safe. We'll see you in the next one.